ranking zodiac signs on how likely they are to sabotage their relationships. Self-sabotage in love doesn't always look dramatic or destructive on the surface. Sometimes it shows up quietly, as silence instead of communication, control instead of trust, avoidance instead of vulnerability, or holding on long after something has already ended. Every zodiac sign has relationship blind spots shaped by fear, defense mechanisms, and emotional habits learned over time. Some signs are more prone to unintentionally undermining their own love life than others. This ranking explores how and why each sign might sabotage something good, starting with the least likely and ending with the most likely. Number 12, Pisces. Pisces is the least likely sign to sabotage their own relationships. You are emotionally intuitive, compassionate, and deeply invested in the well-being of your partner. You know how to take responsibility for your emotions and understand when compromise is necessary. Conflict doesn't scare you. You approach it with empathy rather than defensiveness. Your biggest challenge isn't sabotage, but self-loss, becoming too comfortable or overly merged in a relationship. Still, this comes from devotion, not fear. When you maintain a sense of self alongside your love, your relationships remain stable, nurturing, and emotionally healthy. Pisces thrives in love because you approach it with sincerity, emotional awareness, and genuine care. Number 11, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is rarely self-sabotaging in relationships. You approach love with optimism, honesty, and emotional openness. You enjoy the experience of being in love and aren't afraid to express how you feel. Your relationships tend to feel light, joyful, and growth-oriented. The only real risk for you is being overly optimistic, ignoring red flags because you'd rather focus on potential than reality. This can sometimes lead you to choose partners who don't treat you as well as they should. Still, your openness and adaptability help you recover quickly. When you balance optimism with discernment, your relationships remain healthy and fulfilling. Number 10, Aquarius. Aquarius doesn't often sabotage relationships through dramatic behavior. Instead, issues arise from emotional distance. You tend to remain detached or unclear about your feelings, especially early on. You assume your partner understands your intentions without needing constant reassurance. Unfortunately, this can leave others feeling unwanted or unsure. Your self-protection shows up as inaction rather than conflict. Aquarius doesn't push people away intentionally, but you also don't always pull them close. Learning to communicate emotional intent more clearly, without feeling trapped, helps prevent misunderstandings and strengthens long-term connection. Number 9, Capricorn. Capricorn is generally stable and grounded in relationships, making you unlikely to self-sabotage. You're clear about your intentions and don't engage in emotional games. However, your reserve and pessimism can sometimes create emotional distance. You often expect disappointment before it happens as a form of self-protection. While this doesn't destroy relationships outright, it can prevent deeper intimacy from forming. Capricorn's challenge is allowing emotional vulnerability without viewing it as weakness. When you let yourself enjoy connection without constantly bracing for loss, your relationships become stronger and more fulfilling. Number 8, Libra. Libra doesn't actively sabotage relationships, but indecision can quietly erode them. You struggle to fully commit to one path when there are multiple possibilities competing for your attention. Routine can feel uninspiring, and when relationships require firm decisions, you may hesitate or avoid clarity. This can leave partners feeling uncertain or undervalued. Libra's issue isn't emotional chaos, it's avoidance of finality. Learning to choose intentionally, even when it feels uncomfortable, helps prevent stagnation. Commitment doesn't trap you, indecision does. 7, Aries. Aries is passionate and expressive in love, but self-sabotage often appears once the excitement fades. You thrive on intensity, novelty, and emotional momentum. When relationships settle into routine, you may grow restless or emotionally distant without fully understanding why. Your fear isn't love, it's stagnation. This can lead to conflict, impatience, or sudden withdrawal. Aries sabotages relationships by mistaking stability for loss of freedom. Learning that passion can exist beyond the honeymoon phase helps you stay present when love becomes steady rather than explosive. Number 6, Virgo. Virgo tends to sabotage relationships through overthinking. You analyze emotions, outcomes, and potential problems before they even exist. While this protects you from obvious harm, it also prevents you from fully enjoying love. You stay emotionally guarded, constantly preparing for disappointment instead of experiencing the moment. This creates anxiety and emotional distance. Virgo's self-sabotage isn't dramatic, it's cautious. Learning to relax, accept imperfection, and trust the process allows love to unfold naturally instead of being managed into exhaustion. Number 5, Cancer. Cancer sabotages relationships by holding on to emotional pain. You are deeply sensitive and emotionally expressive, but you struggle to truly let go once you've been hurt. During conflicts, you may bring up past mistakes that were supposedly forgiven, creating emotional imbalance and resentment. Your instinct is to protect yourself, but it often results in emotional scorekeeping. Cancer's self-sabotage comes from fear of being hurt again. Healing means learning that forgiveness only works when it's complete, not just remembered. Number 4, Leo. Leo rarely struggles at the start of relationships, but self-sabotage appears when ego takes control. As comfort grows, pride can interfere with emotional resolution. You struggle to apologize, want to maintain the upper hand, and often prioritize being right over being connected. When conflicts arise, this creates emotional distance. Leo's self-sabotage isn't intentional. It's rooted in identity and self-respect. Learning that vulnerability doesn't diminish your strength allows love to deepen instead of fracture. Number 3, Gemini. Gemini sabotages relationships by avoiding emotional depth. You're social, charming, and adaptable, but intimacy requires stillness and vulnerability, both of which make you uncomfortable. You often mask emotional uncertainty with humor, distraction, or constant movement. This can leave partners feeling shut out. Gemini's self-sabotage comes from fear of being emotionally exposed. Slowing down and allowing discomfort instead of escaping it is what allows your relationships to grow beyond surface connection. Number 2, Taurus. Taurus sabotages relationships through fear-driven control. You are loyal, warm, and deeply loving. But when security feels threatened, jealousy and possessiveness can surface. Instead of expressing vulnerability, you may become rigid or stubborn. Over time, this suffocates the relationship. Taurus's self-sabotage isn't lack of love, it's fear of losing it. Learning to trust without constant reassurance and allowing love to breathe is essential for maintaining healthy, lasting relationships. Number 1, Scorpio. Scorpio is the most likely sign to sabotage their own relationships. You love intensely and bond deeply, but jealousy, obsession, and emotional control often undermine that connection. Instead of communicating hurt openly, you internalize it, allowing resentment to grow. You struggle to let go, replaying moments and testing loyalty without realizing it. Your fear of vulnerability leads you to armor up emotionally, blocking intimacy. Scorpio's self-sabotage isn't malicious, it's protective. Learning to release control, trust your partner, and speak your truth is what transforms your relationships instead of destroying them. Every sign has patterns that can either strengthen or sabotage love. Awareness doesn't mean blame, it means choice. When you understand your tendencies, you gain the power to love more consciously, communicate more honestly, and build relationships that don't collapse under the weight of unexamined habits. Thank you for watching, and let me know your thoughts in comments box. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for all the updates.